And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I'm back with another video. So today we're going to be talking about the top 10 cards that you can get for under 50k MT in NBA 2K21 My Team. So before we get started, please, if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe. If you're not, drop a like on this video, comment down below with who you think should be up here and what you think of the list. Either way, this is the season of giving, which means nothing. Apparently in 2K. But either way, we're going to talk about guys who, as I'm going to set it here, you can get for 50k or under that can improve your team in My Team, period. The reason I'm doing this list is just because it's best to use this season to stack MT, but you still need to win games. So let's talk about some guys that can help you do that without breaking your bank. So first guy we got up here is somebody I like quite a bit, actually. I know a lot of people don't like John Starks, but John Starks is number 10 for a reason. He's one of the best defensive point guards that you can get, and shooting guards, I suppose, but it's better to play him at point guard, that you can get for under 50k. You can get him right around 35k. He is a little bit on the slower side for point guards. He is 86 speed, 83 speed with ball, which isn't great, but he plays excellent defense and shoots a lights out 3-ball. He's got decent tendencies, nothing crazy. The hard foul tendency 99 is why he's down at 10, as opposed to being like 4 or 5 on this list, because that is kind of a huge negative. But with the badges that he has, he's elite, man. He's really, really good. You can't upgrade his range extender, so it's kind of stuck at silver, but silver range extender is about as good as gold was in 2K20, so it's not really that big of a deal. But somewhere around 36, 35k is what you're going to be getting him for. And honestly, for that price, I think there's only a couple point guards that are better, but for different reasons. So, number 9, we're going to be going with a different guy, Isaiah Ryder. This is one of my favorite cards in the game. Now, the reason he's down at number 9 is because he does require kind of a specific play style in order to be very valuable to your team. He's one of the best rim running shooting guards in this entire game. His dunk animations allow you to kind of dunk over everybody. Plus, he's got that Hall of Fame showtime. So when he does do one of those contact dunks, it's going to boost your entire team's takeover meter. He shoots a decent 3 with an 89.3 and an okay jump shot as well. But it's those dunking animations and those dunking tendencies that are going to be the real reason you're going to have him on your team. He legitimately will dunk over anybody at any time. And he's kind of an older card too, so you can get some people who have kind of badged him up a little bit for challenges and various things like that, put him up for basically market price. So you can get one with a couple more gold badges and stuff like that for right around 36, 37k, which is solid. Next guy we got, another card that's not incredibly popular. He has his uses though. Kawhi Leonard is still one of the better defensive cards in 2K. And a lot of that is strictly because of his animations. He has ginormous hands. I mean, like, huge hands in game as well. So he steals the ball at a relatively high clip. And you can get some that have like unlimited shoes. Sometimes you'll find a diamond contract on him as well. And you'll find some badged up versions for right around market price. His 3-point shot and his speed could be a lot better. That's why he's not higher up on this list and why he's probably 50k in the first place. But other than that, he's got gold intimidator, gold clamps, gold interceptor. He's got decent shooting badges like flexible and silver. Couple bronze badges. A lot of them are upgradable. You can get him right around 40k, and I really do think he's an elite card at this stage in the game for this price range. You're not going to run into him too much online. He does have some very noticeable issues, like he has some shooting problems occasionally. But you upgrade that flexible, give him a couple shooting badges, upgrade the ones that he has. He turns into a very elite card, especially for like 36k, you know what I'm saying? Plus, like you can see, you can get ones for like with 24 gold badges for like 4k more at 40. So he is really, really good as far as defensively. So next up, we got one of my favorite point guards in the entire game, DAMIAN LILLARD. You're just not going to be able to buy this good of an offensive player for this price in this game, period. Like, he's one of the best offensive point guards in the entire game. He can do a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He can distribute the ball. He can run rim and dunk the ball at an extremely high clip. He shoots a good 3-pointer. He's got a nice shot that's pretty relatively easy to time. It's not the greatest shot, but it's decent. Good dribble moves, good animations. You can't give him a lot of the defensive badges that you normally would, like clamps and stuff like that, but to be completely honest, with the way they've buffed off-ball defense, clamps is not the biggest deal in the world anymore. It's still very nice to have, but it's not the end of the world. Next up, we got Juwan Howard. Now, Juwan Howard is a slept-on card for sure. That is an ugly-ass Dr. J tattoo he has on his arm. But anyways, he's a really good combo forward. He's 6'9", so he's got decent height. He can shoot the three. He can run rim. He can play a little bit of defense. He can rebound. He can do a little bit of everything. He's almost a 5-tool, like power forward, small forward, which you just don't find in this game, especially at this stage. Plus, he's got like 84 speed, which is solid for somebody who's 6'9". Obviously, like, you'd like to see it be faster, but we're not going to get cards like that for a while. Yeah, he's no Blake Griffin, but for his price of around 35K, 35 to 38, you can't really do too much better, aside from maybe a couple guys at the power forward position. He does lack a little bit at the defensive end, but he isn't terrible. He has like gold clamps, gold intimidator. He's pretty well-rounded and almost complete as far as power forwards go. He's really, really decent. Plus, he's got some XP challenges if you need to, so that always helps his value as well. Next guy up, we got another one of my favorite cards in the game, Rudy Gay. I'm always a huge Rudy fan in 2K. Legitimately, like, I truly am a huge Rudy fan. He shoots a high percentage from the field. Rudy has one of the best releases in this game, in my opinion, and you can add pretty much every badge in the game to him, so giving him like clamps and stuff like that is going to be pretty huge. But he's got good stats. He rim runs at a very high clip. He plays good defense. He's got good size. He's one of those cards where he says he's 6'9", but if you play him in game, he looks way bigger, kind of like Paul George. Yeah, I mean, realistically, if you're needing like an offensive scorer that can play a little defense at the small forward, you'll look no further. So next up, we got another pretty interesting card. It's something that, I don't know, he's tough. I like Brandon Ingram a lot, but I do recognize that he has issues on the defensive end, as you can't give him a lot of pretty important defensive badges. But I think it, just like Damian Lillard, his offense, I think, really does like make up for that in some way, shape, or form. Also, like, if you're watching my channel, bro, I can't leave Brandon Ingram off the list. I love Brandon Ingram. If he could play shooting guard, this would be my absolute favorite card in the entire game. Last year, the Brandon Ingram NBA's back card that could play shooting guard was legitimately one of my favorite cards that we released all year long. He's so good. I'm not going to go into too much detail on him, but he's an absolutely god-tier offensive presence. He can do literally everything on the offensive end. He plays decent enough defense. Like, he has good length, good wingspan. He's 6'7". He's solid, but just don't expect him to be an absolute defensive stopper. But if you're running like a John Starks and a couple other defensive stoppers, like, having Brandon Ingram is not terrible. So next up, another card that I'm a big fan of, ARVYDAS SABONIS. He's one of the best fully complete centers in this entire game. I mean, he does a little bit of everything. He's 7'3". He can distribute the ball. He grabs rebounds. Obviously, he's huge. He has okay speed for someone of his size with 59. Like, it's not great, but he moves good enough. He rebounds the ball at a high clip. He can shoot lights out from outside. He's got that Hall of Fame catcher shoot and corner specialist, which he's going to be up in the corners quite a bit. He has like gold intimidator. He's got pretty much everything you could possibly need from him. I just don't think in this game there's a better center for this price than ARVYDAS SABONIS. Now, the next guy, which is my number 2 pick, SERGE IBAKA. And I know I've talked about this card a bunch of times, but dude, realistically, like, for 20K, there's no card in this game that plays the position he plays that's better than SERGE IBAKA at this point. Elite defensively, he's an elite 3-and-D guy at the power forward or center, depending where you want to play him, because he can kind of play either one. Plus, he's got that duo with KD, so if you do have a Kevin Durant card, the pink diamond one specifically, SERGE IBAKA is absolutely crazy. With that, it boosts up like his perimeter defense and a few other things, but he dunks the ball crazy, like absolutely absurd. He plays great defense. He blocks at a very, very high rate. This is where he really shines right here. When you look at his tendencies, he's got the 90 shot contest, 99 shot block with a 62 foul, which is actually pretty decent for a big man. Plus, he's got like a 60 pass intercept, 68 on-ball steal tendency as well. So here's the thing, though, is if you're not aware, they did put out an update and they buffed off-ball defense, so they buffed the CPU defense. So it's very important to have guys who have high defensive tendencies so that when you play them off-ball, they can actually hold it down because the CPU is significantly more aggressive. So number 1, we got Darren Williams. Darren Williams, this is the lowest his price has gotten all year long. And there's a reason for that. I mean, he will he will quickly become outdated here pretty soon. But in my opinion, legitimately, everyone's kind of freaking out and panicking and selling Darren Williams right now, probably because they have better point guard options like Derrick Rose and stuff like that. But realistically, man, I don't think there's a better card, period, for 50K than Darren Williams. Like, I really don't. He's still my main point guard on my team that I use. He's got a lights-out jump shot. He's got the same jump shot as Rex Chapman. And you guys know how I feel about Rex Chapman. Like, he's the GOAT. He's absolutely great. Plus, you can find a bunch of upgraded versions with, like, diamond contracts, diamond shoes. All that stuff are right around 50K. Granted, there's only one at the 50K mark, so he barely makes the list. But at the same time, yesterday he wasn't this cheap, and now he's even getting like cheaper and cheaper. And I think he'll be down below 50K in like a week or two, even more so than right now. But like, as you can see, you can find ones with unlimited shoes. You can find ones with unlimited contracts. Granted, there is one up right now. And all of them have pretty much upgraded badges because Darren Williams was one of the best cards in the game for a long period of time. So people did badge this card up, giving them gold clamps, gold range, etc. Darren Williams is still a usable card in this game, and in my opinion, my favorite point guard besides Rafer Alston in this entire game. As of right now, just looking at all the point guards, if we're looking at all of them, I think Steph Curry's better, and obviously Derrick Rose is better. Depending on your playstyle, I think John Wall might be better too. But either way, still an elite card that'll help your team no matter what. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. It's been your boy Cheap Ludes. I hope this helped you out a little bit making some decisions. Check the description for all my stuff, and I'll be back with daily content. Hopefully I'll get that coach video out soon. Peace.